At the start of 2024, Kanye West revealed his $850,000 permanent titanium dentures. What we didn't know was that there were much darker, more sinister ramifications after the procedure. In a sworn affidavit made by Ye's ex-chief of staff, he alleged that Ye's dentist was illegally supplying the rapper with nitrous oxide, resulting in Ye becoming dependent on the substance. This affidavit goes far and beyond just a shady dentist selling some gas. This document paints the picture of a full-blown invasion strategy from some shady business people who are trying to get a billionaire hooked on drugs, take over his business, milk every last dollar from him while they drive his business into the ground. Multiple sources who worked for Ye confirmed online that he has been using nitrous for a while, noting that it has become an obvious problem.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's like, I don't even think it's just nitrous oxide. The thing is like, apparently people are like addicted to like whippets now. Like people are addicted to like that gas as well. Hold on, let me show you. I'm pretty sure. Let me show you a picture. I don't know if I can show on YouTube, but like it's my live channel, so I don't care. So, but yeah, it's this. That's what he's showing the video. That and like niggas like actually like yeah, it's not just oxide. That's what people use, and like they literally just inhale that shit, bro. And the crazy thing about that too is like people will like fucking like inhale the nitrous oxide from whipped cream bottles, like, you know. And like in New York, bro, it's actually banned to like if you're under the age of 21, you can't buy it. That's why they have it now. So and it's funny because like I used to intern on like this drug court in like during my college days a year ago, and like my supervisor would tell me about how niggas would be addicted to that shit, which is crazy, bro. Not gonna lie. Like not weed, not crack, some fucking whippets, bro. That's honestly that's a crazy ass drug to take. Not gonna lie.
Ryan Garcia, this Ye, I'm on the nitrous.
The details of the allegations get even crazier. 4 large surgical tanks of nitrous oxide were seen being carried into Ye's girlfriend's apartment. That Ye was paying $50,000 a month for the gas. That Ye paid for the dentist to move into his apartment building so he had constant access to the gas. Although many people have no sympathy for Ye since he basically destroyed his reputation, others see this as his addiction being forced on him, leading to being trapped in an inescapable situation that could cost him his life. Today we are going.
I would say like, I feel like whether you're on his side or like whether you're supporting him or whether you're not, it's like you could say he's doing it to himself, but at the same time, yeah, it's not really like he had this sort of behavior like before, like the controversial stuff, but like even then, all he thinks he did was like. All he thinks he did was like say that George Bush didn't care about black people and like interrupt Taylor Swift. That's kind of really it. But like the stuff about like, yeah, I can't say his name, but like, you know, the mustache man from Germany, you already know who it is. And the other stuff he got going on with his wife. Yeah, it's definitely some strange behavior even from Kanye standards. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Going to investigate all of the details of Ye's disastrous dentures, starting with the alleged evil dentist himself, Thomas Connolly. No, this is not the winner of the World's Strongest Man competition, nor is it a member of Hell's Angels. This is Thomas Connolly, who describes himself as a trailblazer in the world of dentistry. His website states that Dr. Connolly has 25 years of experience with offices in Manhattan and Beverly Hills. He received his dental training at the Mayo Clinic, the University of Detroit Detroit Mercy and Louisiana State University. He also served as a clinical professor at Harvard University Dental School in Boston and Columbia School of Dental Medicine in New York City. However, Dr. Connolly doesn't look like your regular dentist, given his physique and tattoos. "I'm that guy that's a complete mystery when you meet me," Dr. Connolly told the source. "It's funny, people always feel like they're meeting someone famous. People always ask, what do you do? It's almost always the same thing, UFC fighter." Growing up in Detroit, Michigan, he dabbled in working out and lifting weights. After becoming a registered dentist, he began taking bodybuilding seriously and became the most jacked dentist in the world, according to Muscular
Not gonna lie to you, bro. It's like, yeah, I know it's difference between like celebrities and like actual and like people that work 9 to 5s, but like, regardless of whether or not I'm a celebrity or not, I would not have dental work made by this nigga, done by him, bro. Not at all. Not gonna lie, he's like, on TikTok, it's like a trend of like veneer techs, where people actually get like implants from like dentists who like specialize in veneers. I mean, first off, you should never get veneers unless it's like a last resort type of thing. Then no one should really get veneers. Celebrities got you brainwashed with that shit, bro. It's like, you don't understand the consequences of veneers, bro.
Development. To balance working out with dentistry, Dr. Connolly limits his patients to just 1 per day. "I have an advantage over a regular dentist. Oh, we have 50 patients today, 20 hygiene patients over a week, a crown, this and that. Me? I got 1 guy, and my fees reflect my experience. I'm very blessed." Originally, Dr. Connolly made a name for himself in the pro sports and modeling world. "I performed dentistry on a lot of beautiful women, a lot of NFL players, and sports players at that point in my career. I wanted to push my services into other industries other than modeling and sports, so we began to focus on the music industry." At some point, Dr. Connolly ran into Post Malone's manager, Dre London. He said, "Hey Dre, this is what I do." And he goes, "Yeah, every dentist wants to do Post's teeth. I'll put you on the list." They had signed a new artist named Tyler Yahweh. I said, "Hey, you just signed Tyler. His teeth look terrible. I'll do his teeth for free." After fully restoring Tyler Yahweh's mouth, he introduced Connolly to Post, who asked the dentist if he could do a whole tooth as a diamond. The process had never been quite done before, and Connolly spent over a year trying to figure out the best way to do it, but they made it happen. Less than a year after the diamond teeth, Malone returned to Dr. Connolly to have the 10 porcelain veneers on his lower teeth replaced with platinum veneers. Post spent around $1.6 million on his teeth in 2021.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, yeah, veneers. Like, I understand if like you have like bad teeth, like decaying teeth, or just like what's it called, decaying teeth, like bad looking teeth. But like even then, if you could like just like brush your teeth or just like manage to clean and what's it called, and put the effort into like making your shit look good, then it's possible. But like veneers, it's not something anybody could have, because it's like, for one, I heard it like takes, it's like $1,000 like a tooth, bro. That's like, for one tooth it's like over $1,000 or bands of shits. So it's like, it's honestly not worth it. Like, it's like, yeah, it's hard. Sit down, it's like over 10-20 grand.
Since working with Post Malone, Dr. Connolly's profile has skyrocketed. A bunch of new clientele ran to his private messages, including Odell Beckham Jr., Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta keep pausing, but like, if I ever get like, for one, if I ever like, regardless of whether or not if I'm like internet famous or not, like I would dead as like, I wouldn't like get veneers. I would just like whiten my shit, like, you know, like the teeth whiteners. That's probably what I'm going to do.
New clientele ran to his private messages, including Odell Beckham Jr., Shaquille O'Neal, Chris Brown, DaBaby, Moneybagg Yo, Kid Laroi, as well as tons of other athletes and celebrities. Ye was allegedly introduced to Connolly by songwriter Billy Walsh towards the end of 2023, where Ye pitched the idea of the titanium grill. Little did Ye know this procedure would result in him suffering from a brutal addiction. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor, Aura. In a recent hack, over 2. While rolling out.
Nah, don't be sponsored though, for sure. Actually deadass, bro. Like, hey, get your money, Patrick, for sure.
On his album Vultures alongside Ty Dolla $ign in early 2024, while rolling out his album Vultures alongside Ty Dolla $ign in early 2024, Ye posted a photo of his metal mouth on his Instagram story, then going on to compare his new look to the James Bond villain Jaws. The Daily Mail originally reported that he had all of his teeth removed and replaced with titanium dentures, also revealing that the procedure cost a whopping $850,000 and was done by Dr. Thomas Connolly in Beverly Hills alongside Naoki Hayashi, master dental technician. That man really paid $850K for those foil grills we all made in elementary school. With all the misinformation and mystery surrounding this new look, Ye's team tried to clarify. Ye's representatives said that they were fixed prosthodontics, which is a specialized branch of dentistry dedicated to making artificial teeth for damaged or missing teeth. They are, as the name suggests, fixed and permanent. This goes way beyond veneers or grills. The rep clarified that he didn't get his teeth removed, but rather that the implants were experimental dentistry to say the least. As odd as it sounds, there has been sort of a mystery surrounding Ye's teeth for many years. He was in a near-fatal car crash in 2002, which resulted in him breaking his jaw in multiple places as well as shattering his teeth. I couldn't find a source to 100% confirm this, but judging by how good his teeth looked afterwards suggests that he had at least got the bottom row fully replaced with implants. Then in 2010, he appeared on Ellen where he told her that he'd replaced his entire bottom row of teeth with diamond and gold implants.
But yeah, like, Kanye has, like, it's funny because he recorded Do the Wire with his mouth wired shut. And you can actually tell too, but like, it's still a fire song nonetheless. And like, I just saw it as like, once he got famous or like once he got money, he just replaced it, you know? But I mean, yeah, you could definitely tell it's like some work was done, but like it looks natural. It's not like veneers where it's like all white and just like big ass shits and like doesn't match their mouth, their jawline, you know? So like you could tell.
Real teeth. You just put it on top of your teeth?
No, it's like replaced my bottom row of teeth.
You ripped all those teeth out and put in that?
I just thought the diamonds were cooler.
According to dental expert Dr. Emmanuel Leave, it's much more likely that West had his teeth trimmed down and used them as support for a gold and diamond encrusted bridge, more or less as Ellen suspected. It's also possible that West had his front teeth surgically removed, replaced them with titanium implants, and then had the flashy structure built on top. This would also make the procedure of him installing this new metal teeth more realistic if he already had implants. And despite how insane his new look is, people were shocked for like a week and then just moved on, as it just seemed like another one of Kanye's antics to add to the extremely long list of weird and controversial things that he has done his entire career.
Yeah, and like, you mean rappers have been doing grills since like maybe even the 80s, so like it's nothing out of the ordinary anyway.
And this is the point in the video where you think it's just about some evil dentist and how Ye might be developing a drug addiction, but then you realize that this video is about the fundamental collapse of Ye's entire life and career, and that nobody around him can be trusted, and it's just chaos, so buckle up. In April of 2024, news broke that a Kanye West representative announced that Ye was planning to launch Yeezy Prawn. No concrete details were given to even remotely explain what this meant, how it was gonna work, or why he was even doing it. However, it was because of this new business venture that Milo Yiannopoulos decided to exit the company. In a resignation letter provided to TMZ, Milo wrote, "I cannot..."
Oh yeah, before it actually starts, I want y'all to know that like Kanye is a known pea addict. Actually, let me say this: a known corn addict with a pea in it. So like, it's not surprising, but at the same time, like, bro, why, bro? Oh my god, that's crazy. That is dead ass crazy, bro. Not even gonna lie. Yeah, imagine if, like, me considering who his ex-wife is now. Maybe it's not too far-fetched.
Be complicit in the production or dissemination of prawn films and literature for moral and religious reasons, but also because such material and the kind of people invariably involved in its production represent an imminent danger to my life as a recovering addict and an
Oh yeah, like, also, I just peep, like, I just peep that fucking, like, hold on. I just peep that Kanye is a Christian too, so, like, this really just goes all beyond the religious bounds for him. Considering all the stuff he has been doing for the past couple years. I mean, it's not surprising, but still.
an unacceptable risk to my spiritual and physical health as a former homosexual. He then goes on to offer his resignation. Ye has had a very open admission to his love and addiction to prawn over the years. However, with his shift towards focusing on his Christianity and relationship with God, creating this type of business feels out of character for the Ye we have come to know in recent years. Something was seriously off with Ye, but when the reports of Milo's resignation came out, another Yeezy employee and social media personality, Yes Jules, posted a text message screenshot from Ye that read, "I fired Milo." It was evident that the Yeezy LLC empire was failing. Clothing orders were
Oh yeah, she's the girls that was on Kanye's dick and like what Kanye was saying, "Everybody shut up before I get exiled," like that clip.
extremely late or wrong or lacking in quality. Whenever Ye was seen in public, he looked very unhealthy. His wife Bianca seems to just be a prop for his clothing brand, and fans are trying to pretend like everything is okay and this is just a normal Ye weird unpredictable behavior, but deep down they know that something is seriously off. And in early June, an Instagram fan page by the name of Ye Defense Team posted this passive-aggressive message on their Instagram story that read, "If you have any complaints with Yeezy, if you want to know where your merch is, if you want to know why the album's getting delayed, if you want to know where to get some nitrous maybe need some Prawn Star Connects for your shoot, anything at all, Ye's new handler, Eric J. Quee, will take care of that for you. He will happily assist you since he knows everything and everyone that can get you what you need, since he convinced Ye to fire everyone who was getting all these things done because they weren't in his way so he could get his friends jobs. It's unclear what because they
don't hesitate to share your grievances on his page.
Weren't in his way so he could get his friends jobs. It's unclear what a handler is and what that job would even entail. Like, a handler implies somebody who's unable of taking care of themselves, like somebody who might be...
Yeah, like, it's like some mafia shit, like, Kanye's running the fucking mafia, imagine, or like, or just like someone that like, yeah, take care of like something that no one else can, in case something goes wrong.
Handler implies somebody who's unable of taking care of themselves, like somebody who might be handicapped or has some sort of disability. Eric replied on his story, "I never really wanted to publicly disclose that I'm working at Yeezy to avoid drama and attention." And the drama in question would probably emerge from the fact that Eric used to work for Drake, who is Ye's #1 enemy. In private DMs exposed by Milo, Eric said, "I know Drake's team very well actually. I'm much closer to his team than Ye. I went to Drake's house and helped all his boys sell their Yeezys." And considering Eric's position as Ye's handler, he doesn't really seem to have Ye's best interests in mind and seems to have an affinity for Ye's biggest op, Drake. However, after Ye's highly anticipated album Vultures 2 came out on August 3rd, 2024, fans were even more confused at what they heard. It sounded rushed and unfinished, where he seemingly slapped a bunch of demos together and even refused to record some of the tracks but had other rappers perform it while using an AI filter of his voice.
Nah, it's actually crazy. I didn't even hear about that one. But yeah, Vultures 2 is ass, bro, like, from the first one to all the way to the last track, bro, that shit was ass. I tried to like give it grace, but like, nah, I'm not feeling it, bro. But yeah, Kanye's like, we all know Kanye's like the type to like not only like delay his albums, but to like either never release it or like release it mad late, or and like also release albums or songs, like pretty much unfinished, and then release it as like a patch note of like the finished product. Like, what the fuck? That makes no sense. But it also, but at the same time, sometimes, most of the time with Kanye, he releases like a good track that he actually put time into, like me as a perfectionist, you know. So like, I don't know, man. But yeah, Vultures 2 is whack, bro. So garbage. And like, when I hear this stuff coming out, now it makes sense. But even then, it's like, at the same time, as people get older, as rappers get older, it's not the same anymore, bro. But like, even then, it's like, it's funny because like, bro, like people say old Kanye, that was like the Bear trilogy, and like my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, like that Kanye. Now it's like, so for some people, like old Kanye is like Jesus and like the Life of Pablo Kanye, or even fucking Ye, like the 2018 album, or even Kid See Ghost. Like some people even want that Kanye back compared to like the Kanye we have now, you know.
And if you're not a fan of, or you don't really know Ye's music, but you are aware of his controversial antics, then this may not seem that weird or that big of a deal. But regardless of Ye's mental state throughout his entire career, the music was always good. Like, this album wasn't just bad, it was genuinely confusing that he would release something so sloppy and unfinished considering his amazing catalog. And 4 days after the album was released, we learned that Ye's mental state and business affairs were much worse than we could have ever imagined. Milo Yiannopoulos, former chief of staff at Yeezy, decided to submit a complaint to the California Dental Board pertaining to reckless, unethical, dishonest, exploitative, and upon information and belief, illegal conduct by Dr. Thomas P. Connolly. He then took to Twitter to publicly announce all of the details of the complaint, starting with accusing his dentist, Thomas Connolly, of getting Ye hooked on nitrous, aka laughing gas. It is my belief that Connolly sought to diminish Ye's mental faculties so that Connolly and his business associates could extract millions of dollars from him. Many people forget that Ye makes almost no money from his music, but has amassed his fortune from the profits of his Yeezy clothing. Yeezy revenue in 2022 was $1.3 billion, and operating profit in 2023 was north of $500 million, and that's just 2 years.
Oh yeah, like, it's crazy, like,
He has been growing the brand and earning tens of hundreds of millions of dollars every year for nearly a decade. So Yeezy LLC is nothing short of a massive corporation. Milo was hired by Yeezy LLC as chief of staff in 2022.
oh yeah, let me show you something actually. Because like I saw this like earlier, like, oh, let me show you. Yeah, here we go. Like they're selling like Yeezy shoes too, bro. Like dead ass now. Like for the longest time, they wasn't doing that, but now they're trying to get rid of this shit now. Like look, and most of these are sold out though. Like this one, unless you're like a fucking like a midget, you're not fitting into these shits. Like 4, 4.5, 5.5, 5.5, 6, 6.5. Like if you're a female, that's like female sizes, bro. Not gonna lie. Okay, there's something my size. I'm a size 9. I'm not buying that shit though. Let me show you something again. But yeah, some of these are like, I'm just going to a random one because some of these are just sold out entirely, and some of them are just like have certain sizes, like, you know. Yeah, all these are sold out. Yeah, these are sold out. But yeah, like, for the longest time they weren't trying to sell these shits, but like now they're trying to get rid of it because they have to have the supply left. And like, look at these prices, bro. Like, this is a fucking steal. Because like, if you go on like StockX or StockX, Goat, eBay, any of these like sneaker sites, like they always charge like heavy prices for that shit.
A chief of staff is an executive-level employee who supervises and communicates with lower-level staff members, providing project management, and implementing strategic planning processes. While carrying out these operations, Milo discovered dozens of fraudulent schemes, audacious greed, double billing, duplication of labor, entirely unnecessary employees collecting seven-figure salaries, and all manner of other senseless wastes of money. Milo immediately started making executive changes, firing more than 130 people, which saved the company $30 million in salary expenses, while not negatively impacting business operations. He alleged that the dentist was introduced to Ye by Billy Walsh, a music industry figure who was paid $1 million for his work on Vultures Volume 1, but could not identify a single track he worked on when challenged by Yeezy's staff. He then went on to introduce a man named Idris Kiba that he described as an erratic, inconsistent witness. However, Idris was a business partner of Connolly and said that the dentist charged witness. However,
see that right here?
Idris was a business partner of Connolly and said that the dentist charges rappers and cartel bosses for natural stones but puts vastly cheaper lab-grown diamonds into their mouths instead, as well as that Connolly has been bankrupt twice, the second bankruptcy, by Connolly's admission, entered into so that he could avoid tax. With no experience in either music or fashion, and without examining a single document or interviewing a single member of staff, Connolly proposed widespread and disruptive changes to Yeezy's structure and operations without even knowing what they were, and offered himself as the ideal candidate to lead the business and revivify the company's fortunes. In addition to that, he demanded a $2.4 million per year salary, and when the dentist submitted a formal scope of work as to what value he would provide to the corporation, it was comically vague. 1. Secure long-term sustainable funding for the company without debt or investors. 2. Solidify the long-term vision for Yeezy with Ye one-on-one. Concrete details of the vision recorded and categorized.
Listen, man, yeah, it's like you don't need to be a business major or like a finance major to like understand like how like basically now how fucking vague this is. Like you need to like for a business plan to work, you have to like be very specific for like people to like understand it and like put the plan to action, you know. And that's what it goes to like just for like business, but like it goes for anything really, because like if you say okay, get the oranges and peel them, okay, how you peel them though? Like that's the same logic right there.
Dates and images. Solidify the immediate goals for Yeezy with Ye one-on-one. These goals are to be accomplished within 12 months. Build an actionable plan with Milo to achieve the goals set forth in item 3 and then execute item 4 with Milo. This was probably laughed at and then denied, so then his second attempt to apply for a more powerful position at Yeezy LLC was even worse, where one of the primary goals listed was the development of a personal use N2O2 system. So according to this dentist, if he were to take over this multi-hundreds of millions of dollars company selling clothing and doing concerts and music, etc., one of the primary goals to push this company forward is for Ye to have a personal nitrous gas system so he can have unrestricted and unlimited access to the gas. By April, employees at all levels of the company were worrying about Ye's dependence on the gas and speaking openly about it. Ye talked about it nonstop in meetings. He seemed to be in and out of the inhaler mask on a near constant basis. It was around that time that one of the junior staff confessed he had seen Connolly hauling 4 large surgical tanks of nitrous oxide into Bianca Sensory's apartment, and that something had told him to take a couple of photographs. As many as 5 Yeezy employees are said to have been sufficiently worried as to have taken photographs of the home nitrous installation. When challenged, Connolly admitted that he had taken the canisters to Ye's home but insisted absurdly that they were empty and always been empty. In case you didn't know, nitrous oxide is a mild sedative agent that safely and effectively manages pain and anxiety during dental treatment. The nitrous oxide slows down your nervous system to make you feel less inhibited. You may feel lightheaded, tingly, or even heaviness in your arms or legs. However, the high wears off extremely quickly, and after a few minutes you'll feel pretty much back to normal.
Yeah, pretty much. Like that's why it's called fucking like that's why it's called laughing gas. It helps you like minimize pain or like minimize stress when like in the dentist shit. It's like I wouldn't say it's like being high from like weed, but like there's like similar effects in a sense, and like less, like you said, less time, like you said.
People who use nitrous oxide recreationally typically just buy 8-gram whippers on Amazon or at local supermarkets.
That's a thing, boy. You could buy shit at Amazon. What the fuck?
Recreationally,
No wonder why people are addicted to this shit.
they typically just buy 8-gram whippers on Amazon or at local supermarkets, or they buy a balloon filled with gas.
Oh, you know why? Oh, now I know why. Because they're trying to like it's just to like it's yes for cream or just for like balloon shits. That's why. Like yeah, that's just crazy though.
Whippers on Amazon or at local supermarkets, or they buy a balloon filled with gas at a party or concert. It's cheap, easy to do, and appears to have limited health risks with infrequent use. However, because of the short-lived effects of the gas, some people develop addictions, use greater quantities of the gas, or use it for longer periods of time. Excessive N2O use will lead to a depletion in B12 vitamins. Studies have shown that a lack of B12 can cause permanent neurological damage and even death. Some long-time nitrous users lose feeling in their legs, making them wheelchair bound or at least heavily reliant on care from others. Deaths involving nitrous oxide are rare. In most cases, the cause is accidental asphyxiation from breathing the gas using a mask. However, as it was explained in the affidavit, it seems like the goal was to supply Ye with enough gas in a system so he can essentially have unsupervised, unlimited access to using the nitrous, which is most certainly very dangerous. And if that wasn't bad enough, he is most certainly being ripped off. Medical grade nitrous oxide is not that expensive, with 10 to 20 pound tanks, you know, the big ones, ranging from just $500 to $1,000 a piece. A bill was received and paid for over $61,000 by Yeezy solely for anesthesia.
What the fuck? Nah.
And nitrous gas, as well as him allegedly paying over $50,000 per month for the gas. Payment records from Yeezy LLC show hundreds of thousands of dollars in payments to Connolly labeled as dental work. It is physically impossible for one man to consume $50,000 worth of nitrous gas in a month's time, but it seems abundantly clear that Ye has no idea where his money goes. As we learned, he's paying $1 million salaries to employees who did nothing for him, so $50K a month for some nitrous was probably easy for him to justify. Plus, it seemed like Ye was restructuring his entire life so that he can have access to this gas.
Oh yes, yeah, it's definitely not possible. It's never not possible. It's definitely not possible, bro. Not even gonna cap. Not even gonna lie, bro. That ass crazy though. It's that ass crazy.
As Milo mentioned in the affidavit, I learned that Connolly had moved into the apartment a building.
It's like I know some people are watching this and like, he's not even saying anything, but I'm just like shocked, bro. I'm just shocked. Like, it's not even from Ye Sanders. Even from like Ye Sanders is like, what the hell?
Building Ye resided at during this period, at Ye's expense. I was asked by Ye to negotiate a second apartment at the same complex, which he said he would be used as a studio. Before I completed these negotiations, a pending charge on Ye's American Express card showed that 6 months' rent had been paid in advance to the building management company. When I challenged Connolly to explain this, he claimed to be moving in at his own expense. The American Express charge was later refunded. There was also an attempted sale of over $1 million worth of stolen Yeezy Gap merchandise in March of 2024. And on the same day that all of this news leaked onto the internet, TikTokers posted a video of them purchasing a storage unit with tons of unreleased Yeezy clothing, as well as samples and concepts and Ye's personal items. I find this extremely coincidental. Milo also shared text messages from Dr. Connolly where he responded to Milo's allegations. Hey, we should probably have a conversation about the current situation. I'm friends with Billy Walsh and he shared your messages with me. I don't get where this went sideways, but we should review the facts. You are a very intelligent man. I think it's important that you understand the facts. I was merely helping Ye by making some introductions, which turned into making some recommendations, which turned into a potential business venture. I was never looking to step on others' feet and supplant you. I have 5 kids and a career I've worked myself to death to build. I'm slipping away from this venture and I will do my best to help you keep Ye and his business where it was. I apologize if I interfered. It was never my intention. As far as nitrous oxide usage, The tanks are empty and have been empty. Very little nitrous has been administered to Ye. As far as general anesthesia in the dental office, we are using a well-experienced, board-certified anesthesiologist and following all safety protocols to the T. Milo
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
tells this story as if he was the only one trying to protect Ye. He mentions several other Yeezy employees by name in the affidavit, alleging that they knew of Milo's concerns but did nothing to protect him. Yes.
Okay, so Matt George, Ty Dolla $ign, of course. Billy Walsh. Yeah, Billy Walsh. Justin LeBoy, you know, the IG nigga, that be honest me. Yes, Jules. You know, the girl I mentioned earlier. Oz Taylor, 88 Keys, Charles. Najpa. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, like Najpa, John Monopoly, Ricky DP Brascom, as well as Ye's lawyer and accountant and other Yeezy staff.
Jules replied to the affidavit with some vague tweets. Love it when a liar tries to expose someone but only tells half the truth. The full truth will come to light soon. Believe that. As well as, a true villain will always try to disguise himself as a hero. Now it's important that we close this story by understanding who Milo Yiannopoulos is, why he was the chief of staff at Yeezy, and why some people can't take literally anything he says seriously.
Yeah, like I heard he's. Yeah, I know who I know who Milo is, like, and like I see him around, so like, and why he's been doing, but like I'm not like familiar with him, like, you know, it's not like I'm just thinking or like researching like he's staff or like daily. There's something in his here like whenever he's on the news. But yeah, I heard he's like a very shitty guy. From like videos I already saw and like the stuff I've already seen from the past few years.
Coined by Out.com as an internet supervillain, Yiannopoulos gained notoriety early in his blogging career for writing politically charged rage bait articles. Normally, headlines are slightly over-sensationalized and easy to misinterpret, but this is not the case for Milo. He means exactly what he's saying, no matter how ridiculous the statement is. Donald Trump would be the real first black president. There's no gender pay gap, but here are 11 reasons why there should be. Or when he wrote an article giving straight people permission to say anti-gay slurs. Or when he declared his birthday as World Patriarchy Day. Or when he just wrote an entire article about how he hates fat people, calling.
Like, I don't know if he has a journalism degree, but like, at this point, you gotta be privileged to like have journalism degrees because you'd be given to anybody, bro. At this point, but like. Yeah, thing is too about the news, like, people always say that, like, media is, like, it's not even just, like, YouTubers and, like, or Twitter pages, is, like social media. It's also, like, actual news, like, on TV, like, on YouTube, like, the newspaper, news articles, like, they'll all have, like, sensationalized headlines and just like shit that's like it promotes a certain like narrative in a sense, especially like when you go like Fox News, like they post conservative shit all the time, like they're always like bandwagoning Trump or like and like trying to like take down Kamala Harris.
Them disgusting babies who make excuses for their weight. And while you might think he is just some troll, he was constantly brought on mainstream news outlets throughout his career to give his thoughts and opinions on real issues, and they were taken seriously. Since he was an openly gay right-winger, conservatives rallied around him because it was their way of saying, see, even he's gay, and he agrees with me. Milo kind of openly accepted the label of alt-right that he was given. I mean, it didn't really help that he was seen singing songs for white nationalists and ex-KKK members, but he would go to extreme lengths to try and defend stupid ideologies, like when he argued for pedophilia on Joe Rogan's podcast.
What? He's
Trying to go on this.
You were the one who was
Listen, I
earlier.
told you it wasn't the pedophilia. I was after I lost my virginity. I was
How
in
old
my
were you?
teens. I was in my teens.
14.
I was in my teens.
You said
Something
you were
like
14.
something like that.
That's what you said. 14 is pedophilia.
Listen, man, yeah, Joe Rogan. You already know he's not really like. I mean, he stands up business, but like, he's not really the type to like say like. He's not really the type to like argue over like shit unless it's like actually stupid, like this shit, you know. Like you could get what I'm saying. Like, even I'm not the biggest fan of Joe Rogan. Like, I mean his podcast, but you understand what I'm saying. Hopefully.
Teens.
I don't know how they rock it in merry old England.
I was in my teens.
Over
I mean,
here in my country, and
you've
where
never,
you are right
you've
now,
never
America.
seen a 15-year-old girl at any point in your life, however old you were. You've never seen a 15-year-old girl you thought was hot.
Yeah, when I was 15.
No, when
Thought
you
they
were
were hot
25. When you were
I'm not
25.
retarded, dude.
When you were 25, when you were 30, you
No.
will have seen girls about 15 you thought were hot.
No,
Of
I
course
thought they were
you
little
did.
kids.
No, you didn't.
I thought,
Don't
damn,
talk
she's
bullshit.
gonna be hot, but I didn't want to f her.
Bullshit. Like
Not
9
bullshit at all.
Look,
You can't tell me what I was born into.
Milo even praised conversion therapy, using himself as an example of its success.
God.
He threw his $150,000 engagement ring from his ex-boyfriend into the ocean to prove he was not gay anymore, and still to this day refers to himself as an ex-gay man. He was introduced to Ye by Alex
I
Jones
mean, it's possible, but like still, no.
after Ye announced he was running for president in 2020. Ye hired Milo to be his campaign manager, and then Milo brought on white supremacist Nick Fuentes. And since Milo is known to flip-flop, lie, rage bait, take extreme takes, and say anything for attention, some people won't take a single thing he says seriously. I think it makes the whole situation even more concerning for Ye because it
Yeah, it's like the boy that cried wolf. Like, we all know the story. It's funny because like everybody as a kid heard that story of the boy that cried wolf, but like yet everybody doesn't learn from that shit. Like, once you lie too much and once you say some actual shit, and like when it comes to the point where you actually like say something that might be the truth or like actually like makes sense, no one will believe you, bro. Like, that's how it is. But yeah, some people don't get that. Like, people will like be liars just to lie, bro. Like, over some stupid shit.
shows that literally nobody around his multi-million-dollar empire, the people who are calling the shots, can be trusted. All of them must understand that Ye's mental state should constantly be evaluated, especially considering the multiple reports of concern about his nitrous use. We have no idea who really has his best interests in mind, and no matter who you want to believe,
Yeah, like Kanye is like I said, it's kind of his fault, but like it's not really, because like he allows himself to like be around yes man. The only wants to be around is like his money and his status, and the people that try to help him, he kind of like kicks them out of their lives. So by the same time, there should be a better effort to like help his mental health, and also to make sure he doesn't do some fucked up shit, because if not, I don't want to say it, but like he could either actually die or end up being like in a fucked up state more than ever for the rest of his life, bro. Like, dead ass. Like, I'm not even trying to be like exaggerating for like content or like anything. I'm being dead ass serious right now.
or who you say is credible or not credible, whatever narrative you want to run with, it all ends the same way, with Ye being extremely vulnerable and unsafe, with potentially his life at risk here.
But yeah, it's a fire video though.